now turned back to the Premier League. Burnley on the weekend. Everybody will look on it and say light work. It won't be. No. Because Burnley, at home, they gave Liverpool a fright. They won it the last weekend against Wolves, right? But this is a game. I'm looking at it, Marty, and I'm saying to myself, if Arsenal win this, it's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Liverpool play at 8 o'clock. They've got to play Aston Villa. It's at Anfield. Right, but another defeat for Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. All right, I know they rested a load of players, but so did we, and we didn't lose, right? So they're feeling a bit down at the moment, and Villa are playing well. Beat City last week. Yeah. You know what I mean? On I think 5 in a row they've played. Tough game for Liverpool that they have to win. Draw's not really going to be a great result if Arsenal win. Then on the next day, City, tricky game at home against Bournemouth.
Yes.
A real chance this weekend for Arsenal to put a lot of pressure on those two teams. It's a big game for Arsenal, even though no one will look on it and think, Burnley, it's big.
I think with the Liverpool situation quickly, I think if they lose to Villa, then they've got Real Madrid and Manchester City. If they lose those 3 games, I think Slot's gone. Then you've got... No, I do. I think he's got... If they lose those 3 games...
No.
I don't say that.
You can't...
If Liverpool Football Club lose the next 3 games on top of the amount of games they've just lost...
No. For me, right, I've seen people say... Listen, I'll be honest with you. If Slot got sacked, even if he lost those 3 games, I think that'd be disgraceful. Yeah. I think if you've come in your first season at Liverpool...
I can see it happening.
And you won the league... You're allowed a bit. You got to have some grace.
But I think we're starting to see that it might have been something to do with Klopp. Now he's starting to build his team, and it's starting to show that he don't really know what he's doing.
There is a pressure on what he's saying there, because I think that's a great point you make there. That what happened last season, and I give him credit for it. It was like he didn't go too much into it. Like this all of a sudden now is his team.
Yeah.
And they're suffering a little bit so I think he's under a little bit of pressure. And let's be honest, I've been a big fan. I'm going to say it now. I've been a big fan of Slot last season. I thought he managed it, the way he spoke and everything like that. I thought, you're a good man. This season, he's just been an absolute shambles. He lost it. The way he's talking, the way he's condemning things. I think he is under a little bit of pressure. I would go along with that, yeah.
And I thought they bought the wrong personnel. They spent too much money on the wrong people. When Mark Gay was sat there, 40 million quid does that deal. They could have bought a number 6. But that's another chat. But I think, like you said, Man City and Bournemouth are performing well. Man City drop points. If Liverpool drop points against Villa, then they've got to play each other. So someone's going to drop points there.
That's why the pressure is on both.
So then after that, very quickly, and I think if you couple that up with a 1-0 against Burnley or a 2-0 against Burnley, or essentially however many goals plus a clean sheet, and then we do it in Sunderland, that is going to... That's when you start...
You're looking too far ahead, right? So
one game at a time.
I'm just going off the one weekend.
Yeah, well, it's a massive weekend this weekend.
So I'm saying just this weekend, forget the rest. Right?
Arsenal must win.
If Arsenal win, right, before those 2 play...
We've extended
against
our lead.
Burnley, right? They will then be 10 points above Liverpool.
Yep.
And 9 points above City.
And also extended it against Bournemouth and Tottenham.
Yeah. I'm just figuring on those 2.
They're all in it at the moment.
I know they're all in. You're right, they are all in it at the moment. But I think most people will say it's between those 3 that we just mentioned, right?
Yeah.
If Arsenal got a 10-point lead on Liverpool, they cannot afford to lose or draw that game, I feel. Even at this early stage of the season.
Especially when they've got Man City.
That's starting to be a huge gap. And then City the next day, they can't really afford it either, right? Because that would be 9 points, right? If that scenario did say play out, right? Because it did last weekend, didn't it? They both lost. It's not like I'm saying something that's impossible to happen, right? If that scenario did play out, then you then went into the next weekend after that. Now we got Sunderland, and them 2 are playing each other. No, they just can't afford to let that happen. So these games are big games for Arsenal. I mean, and big games for Liverpool and big games for City. It's a big weekend. And Arsenal have got a chance. Yeah, they've got a chance to really put a real advantage in place by. It's not always going to be like that on weekends.
And that's
There'll be a lot of weekends we're going to go into it when we're playing last.
You've got teams like Burnley and Sunderland that have come up from the Championship, promoted teams. You have to beat them teams, and you know that is. And we've got the opportunity to put more points on the board. Just keep at this moment in time. Just put points, 3 points. And at the end of the day, we've been there when it was last season with Liverpool doing it. One again.
Yeah, they'd always put pressure on it. They always put pressure on us, Liverpool. Like, I mean, even
didn't
when
get the credit they deserve for that.
No, they were excellent last season. There'd be a little glimmer, and we'd be like, right, what if? And then they just go and win.
Yeah.
Or they played before us, and we'd be like, yeah. Even if it's a little draw, they'd win that game. We're under pressure. Then we're playing. Then we draw. Then they extend it even more. And then, you know, by the time we got to about, say, mid-February and that, everyone was just like, hey, it's over, man.
Yeah, that's what we've got to do.
They were there, Liverpool fans sitting out, working out. I remember, like, AGT and that was going, I've worked out that if we win this amount of games, we could win it by the end of March. You know, that's how they did it.
Yeah.
We got to ram home these advantages.
Well, how many points? We're 6 points, 4 points clear at the table at the moment, right? And that's Bournemouth.
Yeah. 6
Beginning of the season, you'd have bit your hand off for 4.
Definitely.
Bit your hand off for 4. There's a possibility it could be more. If we win our next 2 games, there's a possibility it could be more than that. And that is so important. I believe that these next 2 games will tell us if we're going to win the league or not. I do. I know you're saying like you go into January and all that. I think if we win these 2 games, and
do you know what? The longer we extend this clean sheet record, the more demoralising I think it gets for these other teams. Because not only do they think we're top of the table, they're like, teams can't actually score goals against them. So it's not just, are we winning games? Are we winning games? Because you can win games 2-1 or 3-1. Teams are not scoring goals. So worst ways we'll draw 0-0. You know, that's the demoralising thing. They're like, people can't stick the ball in their net. Like that's huge. Massive.
I know we won yesterday against Palace, which was great, yeah. But also, like, the clean sheet at the end of it was a big thing.
And you could see them fighting for that clean sheet. They all would have sat there, saw that performance, we're through again to the next round. It's a real feel-good. Now they got to Burnley, confident. This is a massive opportunity for Arsenal. We've got to take it against Burnley. But Burnley, they won't make it easy. Gritty little town. Gritty fans, gritty place to go. They know. You know what I like about these teams like Burnley? They know who they are. Yeah, they know they're not a glamour club, and they're not going to pretend to be a glamour club. They're going to go and they're going to be like, right, we're waiting and we're ready for you, and you know, whatever it takes to get some sort of result, we will do it. But what I would say is this: with this current Arsenal team, there's a big difference between Arsenal teams in the past, a la Arsene Wenger, where it used to be like, oh God, man, we're going to get a bit roughed up there. Yeah, that's. Can we cope without that? If anything, we're the team that does the roughing up, mate. That's the big difference. We're not going to do predictions because we did a lot of predictions over on Forever Arsenal. I know you guys will do predictions in the preview and that. We're going to do something different.
Okay.
First goal scorer in the game. I'm going Gyökeres, by the way.
I'm going to get that one.
Fire away, you two. First goal scorer. Oh, good shout. Good shout, Saka. Good shout. He looked sharp yesterday when he come on Saka as well.
You've both called.
You're going to go for your best left back in the world, got a centre half in the world.
Mate, do you know what? That's a good shout. You know, stick it to Burnley like Burnley like to stick it to everyone else with a set piece. Big Gabby in the air.
It's got to be up there, and it's got to be up there.
It's a good shout. That. Do you know what? Yeah,
Gabby.
I'm gonna. Yeah, big Gabby. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Trossard would be a good shout as well.
Trossard would be a good shout. Yeah. Eze would be a good shout as well.
Yeah.
There's some goals around the pitch.
Gyökeres, come on, man. Deliver. This game is made for you.
Declan, I mean, there's goals around the pitch. Yeah.
Out of everybody, if you said to me, who do you want to score? Gyökeres. I want Gyökeres to be scoring all the time now.
Yeah. I want to see Gyökeres like
Lighting
up
it
and running, lighting it up a bit. Because I feel if he can get going up front, that's when we got a big chance. If he can start, every game goal, couple goals.
Yeah.
Even I'd love to see a hat trick. When was the last time I saw a hat trick at Arsenal?
I just want the win.
I'm not disrespecting Burnley, but when was the last time you saw a hat trick at Arsenal?
I'll tell you what, I reckon.
Who's the last player to score a hat trick at Arsenal?
Jesus, I reckon.
No, it's Aubameyang.
No, Jesus got against Crystal Palace, didn't he, hat trick?
In the league, Premier League.
And he didn't say that, did you?
No, Premier League, man. That's what we're talking about. It's Aubameyang, isn't it?
It's a bit more specific.
Yeah,
but
last Arsenal player.
Oh, then we could mention friendlies. The Premier League.
Do you know what? It would definitely
Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah, against Sheffield United in the Premier League. Eddie Nketiah against Sheffield United.